All right, here we are with Fellowship Star Wars Spiders and Snakes Season 2, Episode 4. We are in August 2021. I am Devin playing the Empire Framework, the Spider and Snake Alliance, and with me today we have
Adam playing Lamnar, the Kaminoan, with the Spider Playbook.
Jack playing Tess Eldar, the Mandalorian, using the Elf Playbook.
Jonathan playing 93, a battle droid, using the Shattered Playbook.
And Peter as without a given abyssal remnant.
So, gang, last session you guys had a wacky race of sorts, and were able to kick Maul's section of the Empire with him, currently indisposed, off of Nar Hutta by winning a death race.
Life day death race, yeah.
I think it was Nar Hutta.
You guys went pod racing. What did I say? Did I say Nar Hutta?
You did say that.
Yeah.
I can't tell.
It's just like Starfighter. What? It's just like flying a Starfighter. It's great.
Oh, that's
pod
racing.
Spinning, that's a neat trick.
Yeah, we didn't use any of those lines in the last episode. It was so great. We got to get it out of our system now.
It was a surprise. That's why. If we had a week to marinate on it, if this was like a more professional podcast and we had lives that revolved around podcasting a little more than mine does, it would seem, we would like structure this out, get all of our references together, maybe rewatch the pod race scenes and be like, okay, we're ready. We are ready to be the people to experience this for the listeners. Did you ever want to play Star Wars and be a fucking lunatic? We'll do that for you. You don't need to do
entirely
it. We'll help.
And now we're going to the part of pod race where the audience shoots at the contestants.
Right. So, immediately springboarding from that episode. Oh, right. These episodes have titles. This episode is called Episode 4, World Killer. So, springboarding from Episode 3, Life Day, we'll jump right into this. You guys went to Kynite Command to restock, refuel, make sure everything's up and running. Mentioned that Senator Organa would like you to go to Jedha to check in because they've been getting multiple reports of stuff going on there. So you guys get to Kynite Command, warm up the sort of capital ship engines that are installed in the asteroid base that is the Kynite sort of, base. And do a slingshot maneuver to bring yourself to the Jedha System. You're going to leave probably just a bit outside of it so that you can take, fighter pilots in, like what do they call those fucking thing? X-Wings? So you can take in some X-Wings and just, take a look from a cautious distance without bringing the whole base in. So, Episode 4, A New Hope. No, Peter. No, that'll be next game. That'll be movie 3. Game 3. The Episode 4 will have to be A New Hope. Because... We'll get there. Anyway, Kynite Command is, of course, a ship that was destroyed during the Clone Wars. That was it was probably a capital or a transport ship that was installed and built inside of an asteroid and given cover, and it has gravity shields and stuff to conceal its nature so it can be incognito and just float among other asteroids. You guys drop out of warp, slingshot in fast, and the system immediately brings up Jedha's star and then navigates to the Jedha planet proper, and that shows up on the screen. So the screen in front of you is those big Republic kind of bay windows, and it brings up a visual of the planet, even though you can't see it right now. And the planet has been destroyed. 5/6 of it are still there, but that 1/6, it's like someone took the back of a claw hammer to a continental plate and peeled it off like a hangnail, and now the planet's dying. Molten core is oozing out. The atmosphere, you can see it clinging to large chunks of planet floating away. The moon itself has been blown in half from debris from the planet crashing into it. It is in the process of starting to sink into the planet, returning from whence it came. This shows up on the screens and everyone gasps, people drop shit.
What happened here?
And then it starts flooding in slowly at first, but all of the lights in the room, all the comm signals and the blinking lights on the panels start immediately flipping on as multiple channels click in. The communication team start patching some of them through for the general, and their distress calls. thousands upon thousands of distress calls coming from the planet and low orbit, asking for help and assistance getting off-world.
Here I was thinking that we, didn't have to do anything because this was taken care of already.
Who thought that?
Void.
Damn
Oh, it blew up. Well, we don't have to do anything.
So,
And that is when all the signals come in.
yeah, so General Kalani, like immediately, like
crud.
being in his droid body, because he's a crystal or he's something in a droid body, like he's a parasite of some sort, starts gesturing to people and giving out orders, and the civilian Mandalorians and like the rebellion crew you have start, alarms start going off. Those alarms you hear from New Hope, the wow, wow, starts going off, and people start organizing. He points at you guys to go, go, go.
We get. I'm not sure where we're going at this point.
To the planet.
Where's like the largest cluster of emergency request signals coming from?
You'll pick those up as you get in. Like Kalani's coordinating, he's sending you guys where you need the most, and sending other people to like orbits and like find escape pods and derelicts and stuff.
Yeah, it's like I'm assuming like the sooner we're in the ships and going towards the planet, the sooner we can be directed to like go to a particular place.
Your ships have mechs, like astromechs. The mechs will guide you where you got to go. That's their point. So, you guys scramble out of the base and you start, going intra-system. As you travel through the system, there are ships everywhere, but like they look like battleships, like large Republic-era war vessels, capital ships, defensive vehicles. You're flying through them. Like you have to go through their fuselages to see like dead Republic soldiers, and there's dead clone troopers on board, and you see people that look like they're in Mandalorian armor floating corpses drifting by.
I'm gonna start looking for any distress feeds that are, Mandalorian signals.
There are some on planet going off actually that you're able to lock into. You're getting what was it? IFF, identify friend foe signals from these vessels that are still firing off. This is the remains of the Jedha fleet of volunteers, the planetary defense network that's been here since before the Clone Wars. Run by like ex-soldiers from other parts of the galaxy that come here for like asylum, and also the Mandalorian chapter on planet. There's a space station in orbit around the world that looks like it is Mandalorian, like an ancient relic, and it's been cracked in half and floating into the planet's core. And just on the periphery, kind of near the outside of this conflict, are two crushed super Star Destroyers. Like, they've been split in half and are just broken. The Empire's been here. You're starting to pick up TIE fighter wreckage.
That's a problem.
What did they do to this planet?
I will remind you all, if you've forgotten, that back in Season 1, Senator Organa, or not Senator Organa, but that other handler let you know that the Empire might have a world killer.
I'm sure it's nothing.
Looks like they use a bigger Star Destroyer.
Or...
Oh no! All right, okay. Ooh. No, Peter, that can't be a thing.
A bigger Star Destroyer. Bigger Luke style.
Yeah. Well, as we've established,
Crews are bigger people
in the setting.
Don't worry about it.
All right, so we're gonna go worry about it. So yeah. 93 is gonna like punch in coordinates for like a place that is like inhabited.
Yeah,
where there are
there's
people.
a part. There's a part of the planet on like the planet itself that seems to still have like installations and facilities far away from where the planet's been stripped or blown apart. That are like they're giving off like signals everywhere and warning about the anti-air guns.
Oh no!
Oh,
and you see it happening as you're getting closer to the planet, as you're starting to like get near like the outer orbit where like the moon and like satellites are. You start to see it. Ships are trying to leave orbit and are being shot down.
By where are the anti-air guns shooting from? Like the
Star Destroyer
ships that are broken, or
the anti-aircraft guns are on the planet, and they're Clone Wars era AA guns, like from the Republic.
Okay.
All right. I'm gonna look closely. I'm gonna use a move.
Hey. Rolling dice.
That's an 8 plus. Where's my sheet? 8 plus 2, 10. I'm already doing it.
You're doing the thing. So tell me what you're seeking here.
3 questions from the list.
Yeah. So I think in general, I'm looking for a Yeah, from the list. I should have pulled that up too. There's so much.
Yeah. I have 5 PDFs open anymore, or I have 4 or 5 PDFs. The 4 fellowship books, and then the playbook quick sheets.
That is exactly what I have as well.
Closely. When you look closely,
I need to look at something.
Look closely. Oh wait. Oh, come on. Dead air. Okay, I found it. I got there. So, like, what will happen if we try to go towards, like, say we have, like, a coordinate where Kalani's telling us to go? What will happen if we try to go there? Like, are we definitely going to get shot down? Or
you'll totally get, like, shot. It'll be like a cool, fun dogfight to get to the planet's surface to save people.
Okay. What's going on here? What do my senses tell me?
That's fuck, Theo.
What's going on here? The Spiders and Snake Alliance has deployed clone troopers and Clone Wars era technology to shoot down anyone leaving the planet. You can see it everywhere. Like, it's Spider and Snake, like, branded clone troopers, the ones that follow Anakin anyway. That I don't think you guys fully know about yet. You're not quite there yet.
Well, we recognize the heraldry.
This is where you'll get there. People are in installations and bunkers and stuff around this area, and, like, those bunkers are being invaded, and they're being cleared out and being put into, like, transports, being brought to other parts of the planet.
Okay. Is something hidden or out of place? And if so, what looks suspicious?
Near where the destruction of Jedha happened, like where the continental plate was peeled off of it, it is clear that near that around the destruction area, they've set up some sort of excavation site. There's excavation happening. Like, the Spider and Snake Alliance has set up something there.
Okay. All right. So I'll be, like, reporting all this in as Moon 93 like figures it all out and is like, all right, guys. I don't really have a plan on how to get down there, but there it is.
Just trying to get shot out of the sky.
If we're going to help the refugees, it's going to be difficult having to do multiple trips dealing with this anti-air fire.
Well, it looks like they're coming from the ground. We can try to take out the emplacements.
With that look closely, can we get a pretty good idea of, like, all right, so they're like there, and there. And I'm assuming with the planet this destroyed, it's not very hard for them to set up where people are trying to fly away from, with, like, maybe, like, the 2 or 3 working star bases left on the planet.
Yeah, absolutely.
Or starports, I guess. Yeah, so it'll be like, all right, well, they're there. We just have to do something about them.
I mean, yeah, if you want General Kalani's advice, General Kalani advises you to take out those anti-aircraft emplacements. They'll get in the way of everything here. We can't have an enemy combatant doing this while we're trying to...
All right, everybody, we have our target.
Excellent strategy.
All our X-Wings do the little peel over thing like we're starting the trench run on the Death Star.
Yeah. Then we get into our loose V formation.
All right. You put S foils are locked in attack formation as you guys plunge down towards the planet's gravity well to the anti-air guns, and you can see them. Those big walker tanks with the cannons on them, angled up, shooting at fleeing ships and vessels and escape pods, like lined up on ridges, and like they have like battery cables plugged into them going into the larger generators and cooling funnels on their the barrels to keep them constantly firing. The guns will not silence. So the threats for you guys right now is you're being shot down by cannon fire. What do you do in your X-Wings? Assume the X-Wings are like horses, so do horses stuff tricks. All right, just do horse tricks. This is all mounted combat. You guys are mounted combating.
Just don't let them get hit. These aren't Luke's X-Wing.
It's not going to be fine being dunked underwater in Nebulon.
I love that. He used part of it for his door. Use parts of it for other things.
But yeah.
So-
Well, probably going to try to, the default evasive maneuvers. Try to get close enough to maybe take a shot. I don't know if these X-wings are capable of doing anything that can damage those tanks.
Sure, why not? Again, you're just it's melee combat. Assume these guys are guys behind like artillery cannons or artillery crossbows, and you're trying to take out the gunners and stuff. Remember, this is all French battlefield World War I bullshit abstraction.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like they're invincible super tanks.
I might try. Let me think. I might try to keep them busy to give you guys a clear shot.
Sounds good.
Yeah, so I'm going to try to essentially, I'm going to pull forward, pull ahead of them, and try to draw fire. Maybe with the idea being that they maybe won't notice the 3 other X-wings coming down right behind them. 2 or 3. I don't actually know what Void is doing. Considering
What is
he doesn't
Void doing?
have hands that can touch metal.
Floating around in an X-wing, being autopiloted by astromech, because I can't touch the controls.
If that X-wing goes down, you're going to be stuck in space, and it's going to not be great.
Don't worry, I have
he
teleport.
would stay inside the X-wing because the X-wing's the room he's in. The room would just crash. You'd have to eject.
I've converted this X-wing into a drop pod. But yeah.
All right, so laser fire is coming
go-
up from the planet below, tantalizing everything, making it look like it's like the one-shot tracking shot from episode 3 that's happening here.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and roll plus courage to keep them busy. That is a 4 and a 6 plus 1, so I keep them busy. I'll buy some time, and their attention is all on me for now.
Perfect. All right, so you're just flying through, attracting aggro from the guns. They're firing and chasing after you. That threat is coming out to you. What did you get on the keep them busy, by the way?
11.
Oh yeah, then you're good right now. So who else wants to follow up with that while you're pulling the fire away?
I'll go. 93 is going to be flying straight in towards one of the guns, and we're definitely going to need other ships to get out of here. So I think 93 is basically just going to ride his horse straight into the gun line. The X-wing straight into the gun line and just eject. And because 93 can fly, they're gonna hit the gun with the X-wing and then hit the clone trooper with themselves.
Yeah,
Okay.
I would say
You're the torpedo.
sacrificing. I would say sacrificing your horse would count as giving you the advantage you need for whatever you're trying to do, because that's how fellowship works with companions. Gordon.
Roger, Gordon.
It's a good thing I don't have any bonds with it.
Not anymore.
I'm also going to say that 93 doesn't have an astromech droid because they just are a droid. And
You have your own scomp link that you can extend and retract.
Yeah, so I'm not destroying an R2 or an R4 unit in doing this.
Why not?
Oh boy!
Why wouldn't you kill puppies for Satan?
All right, so that is an 8 plus. Of course, I scrolled down a little bit. There we go. Plus 2. That's
All
a
right,
10
and what was this on
for blood.
Unfinish
okay.
them.
All right, so how does this go down? Set the scene for us.
In a ball of fire.
Yeah, so the X-wing comes screaming down, and they're shooting at who is distracting again?
Cass is distracting.
Cass is distracting. Excellent. So as Cass is distracting them, it draws their fire, and just as the fire is being drawn away, and following them, there's another X-wing perfectly silhouetted behind them that doesn't stop, and then the door just blasts. Opens, and then it's going so fast that the wind resistance just pulls the hatch off of the bay windows, and a single droid leaps free from the X-wing, and I'm imagining it zooms out, kind of like in Mass Effect when the ship is falling into the planet in the beginning of Mass Effect 2, and then it there's no sound, and then it zooms in, and you just hear wind rushing, and then at the last second, in order to land, 93 lands like on the clone trooper with their jets, like a murder bot. It would make R2D2 proud as the X-wing collides with a cannon behind them and just erupts with a fire and whatever else these magical Star Wars engines explode with. There's a hyper engine. There's a hyperdrive engine in there somewhere. It's not there anymore.
It creates a mushroom
just full
cloud.
of rhydonium.
It creates a mushroom cloud of like green and purple fluorescent plasma to highlight you in the background as you land on the stormtrooper's chest cavity and end his life.
And like looking over at another clone trooper,
like that ceramic armor, the ceramic armor on his chest plate shatters, like is shattered under you like broken dinner plates.
What is it? As it looks over to the next clone trooper, it just mutters "Roger, Roger" in this heavily modulated tone.
That clone trooper looks at you, pulls off his helmet and throws it to the ground, and goes, "Finally!" and starts running at you full tilt with a vibro knife.
And says, "Excellent, a worthy challenge." And I'll pass the spotlight.
Does 22 seem a bit different to you? I message
22. Oh no!
So since I think gave himself advantage to do that. If Lambnar wants to follow up on the advantage I gave from keeping him busy, you can.
Renamed itself to 47.
I don't get it, but I'm going to look it up. Maybe
Hitman, I assume.
HK-47 from Star Wars.
HK, God.
Okay.
Yeah.
Meat bag.
They retired that number.
Our battle will be legendary.
That one.
Yeah, you said finally worthy opponents. Yeah, the clone, as he's running up to you, he'll be like, "Our battle will be legendary."
And this is all happening off screen.
Yeah, that's where the cut goes away from, because you're in the middle of a fight, but that clone is legitimately happy to see you. He really, really wants a droid to be the one that kills him. This world sucks.
He's looking for the honor death.
I was made for this, and there are so few droids left.
He misses you guys. He misses droids. Droids were simple. He understood them.
Life was simpler back then.
So who's now?
Following that up as pitiful as my action's going to be in comparison, Lamnar basically on his X-wing just basically puts it temporarily on auto while he just starts whipping something out on his braces and sends some code at the anti-air guns to basically have a virus that causes their cooling system to malfunction, and they overheat to the point where they explode.
Awesome.
Mechanically, I took the World Weaver Destiny, meaning that it's so much easier for me to use my traps. Everything is a trap. You're all puppets at my strings. In this case, it's me automatically using one of my webs I get for entering the scene to make an exploding trap, causing the guns to explode.
Excellent. So, explain to us what happens as you fully take control now that you've gotten the concept over.
Literally, as I'm flying, I just put it temporarily on auto, and then I just hack into their communication frequency to get into, just like send some computer virus into the computer that's like regulating the heating modules and systems for the guns. And I completely scrap that. So the guns are no longer cooling down, and they very quickly overheat and explode. Though I assume I only do that for the few guns nearby.
Yeah, so a bunch of them overheat, explode, clone troopers are thrown around, tanks blow up. Some of the tanks go into automatic walking mode, so you have tanks that have been essentially scalped of all of their like top mechanics and armor, and just the leg units, like the leg drive trains and axles are just moving forward on fire, like every war movie ever, with like molten slag and ammunition detonating as it crushes through the battlefield. By the way, the entire time this scene is playing out, I can only imagine that the song Gallows from Final Space, which if you Google Gallows Final Space comes up, is playing. And that scene where you were saying it was going quiet when you're in space, like the music went down and then it just cranked back up when you landed. You know, if we had production values.
God forbid.
So this is happening in the background. There's chaos everywhere. The sky is on fire. You can see the continental plate like there. It's looking at you. You can see an entire burning rivers and like mountains that are crumbling, like staring at you at a perpendicular angle.
It's a nightmare.
Yeah. All right. So you're on the ground. It sounds like. Who's left to be on the ground?
Well, if we've taken out the guns, then Then I'm no longer distracting the guns. So I might just land my X-wing and get cracking.
All right. As soon as you land, clones have conversion to the point and are opening fire on your X-wing, like machine gun fire, like bang, 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 bang.
Okay. I'm going to then blow the cockpit and jetpack out and begin engaging.
Yeah. Oh boy, Mandalorians versus clones.
Yeah.
Oh, look, baseline.
Pardon?
Oh, look, baseline.
Not quite.
All right, and who
Kess
else has to land? Like, unless you got anything.
Yes, I'd have to.
No, not really.
Because you didn't have
Peter is the
anything.
only one left.
You didn't have anything landing related. Well, like once you land, we move to now you're landed phase. I'm just trying to get you there. So we'll start with you and these clone troopers once we get to the land phase.
Yeah.
So
I think
Pete,
the Force Wraith is the only one left.
Yeah, Pete, landing. What are you doing here?
Well, I guess I take the X-wing down low and then just face through it and just go to the ground by myself as the Force Wraith and just start scaring people away. Is it daylight or nighttime here?
What do you need?
Because on the daylight I'm weekend I can only take cover from the direct sunlight. On the nighttime or away from the sun I can scare people away with boogeymen and so on and so on.
I imagine with whatever atmosphere is.
The atmosphere and the gunfire and the smog and the destruction makes it nighttime. In the future, yeah, just tell me, hey Devin, I need nighttime. I'll give it to you.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
There's ambient light everywhere because there's so much going on, but it's nighttime. The sun isn't really here. It's not for this.
Yeah. So I'll just keep the troopers on the ground busy by just flying around like a wraith and drawing their fire. But I'm a boogeyman.
Awesome. All right, let's cut back then to our Mandalorian. You have clone troopers attacking you.
Mm-hmm.
They're charging forward. They're doing chest high walls. They're taking cover, but they're advancing aggressively at you.
Okay. Well, it's not really tenable for me to fight all of them without cover and stuff. So I'm going to try to probably link up with the rest of my rest of the fellowship, so that we can kind of take this together. So I might just try to get away.
Do a getaway then, Peter. What are you doing while that roll's happening? Just so I can touch up on it.
I rolled a 6 on trying to keep them busy, so I don't.
Uh-oh.
Can any of them hurt you? Am I able to damage
can
you?
They? Well, I don't think they can because I'm a wraith, but there are other cuts in your repertoire other than hurt people.
Which ones would you recommend I use against you, Peter? Just because I don't quite fully understand your character yet. Which ones would you think would be great?
I don't know. We can always show some signs of approaching threat if there's Anakin around.
I was thinking of having Anakin show up. I didn't know if I wanted to do it this early on, just because I wanted to give you guys times to be big badasses and murder stuff. So if that was an option,
you could reveal in the welcome truth that there's Anakin on this ground and there are his troops or something.
Yeah, okay, I could do that. All right. So are you killing any of these clones, Pete?
No, I'm a Force Wraith. I cannot kill people that way. I guess. Then again, I do have Yes?
How do you kill people?
Well, see, technically I cannot kill them with violence, but then again, I do have still my nemesis cuts, so technically I can cut them that way, so I don't know.
So wait, if you can cut them with nemesis cuts, do you mean that you have buildings fall on them, or them trip and shoot themselves in the head, or one of them shoots the other by accident, you're using the Force to make them hurt each other?
I guess.
Oh, okay. So you're killing them. All right. Good to know.
Murder.
All right. So the
Yes.
unwelcome truth I will reveal, Peter, is that these guys are all suicidally fanatical. Like they all cry out,
Oh boy.
they're all fighting for, and they have various calls for the Skywalker.
Great, him again.
Yeah, these clones have gone fanatic.
Skywalker.
He's
They are
coming.
all fighting with hope because of his charismatic leader skill.
Ah, that's a problem.
So yeah, they're super happy to be here murdering
Mhm.
and doing
Right, okay.
their bidding. All right. So that getaway, what did you get on it?
I got 3 plus 3 plus 3 is 9, which means that I get, because I have, what is this move called again? Poetry in Motion, I get to choose an extra option, so I get to choose 2 options. So
You get away.
I get there quickly, avoiding harm along the way, and also quietly drawing no attention. So I'm going to say that I shoot a big smoke bomb at them, or maybe no, I shoot a flashbang at them.
How about your optical camouflage?
I mean, yeah, I can use it. I'll say I'm using it in a short burst, so I'm actually getting the benefit that the spell gives me. But it's enough to
Exactly. Well, the
now I can
fellowship
show up
mechanics,
when it's convenient. Yeah,
the fellowship mechanics
I'll,
say one thing, but really you're a predator. You have an optical camouflage, so you're just like, yeah, engage my optical camouflage and slink away, get away. That's super valid, by the way. It doesn't matter if you're not using it. You have the tech.
that's fair. So
Yeah.
I will appear when
It's
it
a
is
fact.
opportune for me to appear.
All right, you slink away from the clone troopers, and they're trying to track you down and stuff. We'll now cut back to the first person to land on the planet, 93. What are you up to?
93 is probably fighting like multiple clones, which they could just do.
Also, do you still have like
Right,
another
right.
battle droids with you? Like, do you have a gang of battle droids? Are they deploying
think they're
from
gonna
like? Are they deploying from like caskets you dropped from your X-wing that were in like sealed tanks?
Yes, because it's both no and yes. They are their own force to be reckoned with, but
And
also
also-
they have a gang of people who just are with them.
Yeah. So like from
So-
your X-wing, there's like giant like camtanos and lockers that are like opening up, and like in their little cube form, they're like in sync, all getting up and rising up and pulling their weapons, and the clones are like, yeah, yeah. One of them even screams out, "This is the way."
And also like as an unit, it's like that CIS command code is going out. Only it's been like redoubled by the Kaminoans to just be like, hey, all of those wrecked droids that were like just kind of shut down when the planet got wrecked are waking up and coming out of the wreckage.
Oh yeah,
with,
like the ground.
red lights. The red lights in their eyes are on now, though.
Oh yeah, like the
And you
ground is
also-
bursting. Like ancient
Good.
sewer systems and battlefields and trenches that have been filled over and have been like knocked loose by the destruction of the planet. Like you see metal endoskeletons crawling out like Terminators, like righting themselves and pulling their blasters out because they're magnetized to their hands. They never let go of them.
Mhm.
Is 93 the necrovirus?
Yes.
Oh no.
I was going to play the Necrovirus in the last Twilight Imperium game I played, but that's another story. I didn't, and it was worse.
Also, there's like
So good.
museums and like, old shops and buildings that had like battle droids on display, quote unquote, stuffed, and they're just turning on, breaking through their cases, picking up their guns, continuing the war as if nothing ever stopped. Killing
Yeah,
clone
and like
troopers.
there's
Stuffed
just like
droids.
it's just a command code going out, being like, awaken. Join the fray.
stuffed.
Join the fray. Join the fray. Just somebody somewhere is hearing that on like all frequencies in the local area.
Yeah. Stuffed is a good word to use, though. It's like they've been taxidermied. So like they were like polished up. They got like a layer of grease put over top their metal. All their joints were oiled and like stiffened and stuff. They were taxidermied, and now they're coming back to life and walking on through.
The what is it? The command chip? What is it that they call
Inhibitor
it? Like,
chip.
yeah, the inhibitor chips are like being overrun or override or overrode. So
Restraining bolts,
93
yeah.
is now their master.
Yeah, the restraining bolts pop off of them. Like some of them grab them, like because they're in their heads or on their chests. They'll grab their restraining bolts and just dig the metal in and pull it out like a wart and throw it on the ground and keep on marching.
Yes.
So that's happening.
Yeah.
So yeah, zombie battle droids are crawling out of the ground to continue the Clone Wars, because the Clone Wars is never going to end.
Never.
It's
Like
never.
somewhere Star Wars Lockheed Martin is like, oh hey, we just got an email. Guys, the
Do you have
war is
any-
on.
Do you have any idea how many automated battle droid factories are still out there orbiting stars producing battle droids from the hydrogen they're collecting?
Yes, because as soon as I get the advanced playbook or the Destiny playbook, I'm going to have an army. I'm doing it. It's happening.
Okay, so you're doing that. Give me an actual action you're going to be taking here, because there are clone troopers everywhere, and you guys got to group up. You guys are in a sea of clone troopers and like combatants and stuff.
All right. What like move would be good for this? Because I'm thinking like clone troopers are being fought, but I kind of want that to be like in the background.
Mm-hmm.
It's not really an overcome.
Maybe getaway.
Not a finish them. Yeah,
Like
but
to
that's
regroup?
Grace, and it's the only stat I'm not good at.
But
No,
we'll do that something.
I'll roll Grace. I'll see how that goes.
If you like maybe like raise a flag or a signal saying we should group to you or your area, we can just
Oh, and that way
converge with
you
your
can
location.
keep them busy. Like you keep them busy with your soldiers to like hold like you're going to hold
yeah.
a kill box, and then everyone regroups to your
Okay,
kill box. You guys fall back with an army.
So I'll maybe like keep them busy with one group and then like get away from another group or something. Because it's like there's no way we can really get away from everybody because this is
mechanically, like for the fiction, just do keep them busy. All you gotta do is keep them busy, and everyone else can use you as the rally point. You're holding the line. You're holding a rally point for everyone.
Too far. All right, I lost my place, so I'm gonna roll some dice. I rolled a 5. Is keep them busy anything but Grace?
Keep them busy is courage.
Cool. So that's a 7.
Good enough. That's a success.
Yeah. I also, for the record, I was joking. I would have been happy to roll Grace even though it's my lower stat.
No, that's fine.
That was purely a joke.
No, it's fine. I say that shit all the time.
Yeah. Good. That's for the listeners.
It's all there. Like in that Exalted WoD game, I'm building that Infernal, and like I haven't taken a lot of the deception skills as high as I should. I'm like, well, yeah, I just don't plan on lying ever.
Yeah,
never.
I'm just not going to do it.
Just tell the technical truth.
Every time I take lying skills, I just mercilessly tell the truth all the time because people have no choice to do anything but believe me. But if I literally only ever tell the truth, and the one time I lie, it's like, why would you disbelieve this?
Judges say things as truth, but he's real smug about it.
Yeah. Whenever I ever lied to you.
Right. Okay, so you're keeping them busy on a 7+. So you're holding the line. They're all attention's on you, which means you have some cuts coming your way. But we'll get to that because now you're in danger. We swing the spotlight. Who would like to go next? Who hasn't gotten a lot of screen time?
I'd like
yet?
to.
Go for it.
So after my computer virus was sent out, I've just been like flying around, strafing, causing distractions. But now that Ooms started gathering together his army, I set a code for the X-wing to just fly out of here and like circle the area for me to have to call it back later. And I eject. And after I hit the eject, and this is going to be a getaway to get to Oom's position. But as I eject and I hit the button and I pop out of my seat, as you see, not just a Kaminoan, but a Kaminoan in a custom-made mech walker suit.
Oh, right.
So you see, like the torso, like the torso is full of Kaminoan, but everything below that is a horrific centipede mechanical monstrosity he's sort of just belted himself into.
A centipede harness.
So so literally it was just curled up in that X-wing, and then I just spring out of it, and then people like through the smoke, some clone troopers look up and see this monster just jumping at them.
Oh.
And let's roll to see how that goes.
You're a science nerd, Lamia.
Like Maul.
It's 2d10, and that was with 10. Nice. That is just a 10.
Perfect. All right, describe what happens.
So that Literally, I just did it. It's the 10 plus. I pick get there. I guess I pick no attention and avoiding any harm along the way. So they don't notice me, but if they did, they would be terrified out of their minds.
Fair enough.
But
There's
I just
music on in the
I jump
background.
out.
Someone has music on in the background. It's picking up on the mic. Sorry.
Yeah, I heard it too.
But yeah, you were
Seems
sorry
like
to
it
interrupt.
stopped.
I just wanted to catch that.
No problem. So I guess I just jump out and go spiraling through the smoke from the nearby wreckage and just land safely and scurry my way over to
Nice. Oh yeah, just like the Darth Maul spider body. Oh my god, there's so much going on here.
Yeah, except it's now a centipede, which is worse.
Right.
There are more legs.
Okay, who's next
Just
to
like
gather
the
up?
hot walkers.
Yeah. Who's next on the gather up? You got to rally at Oom.
I mean, I've already rolled my getaway, so I'll just probably I can pretty much get there without a move. So if Peter wants to go through how he gets over to us, then
Fantastic.
I just fly over there. I'm a force rate, guys. It's not that hard.
All right, well, at least we're
I'm
have
there.
things grouped up.
so yeah, my optical cloak shuts down right as I kind of land next to Oom 9 and let him know.
You got to wait for it to recharge before you can press the joystick button in to activate it again, like in Halo 2 with the Arbiter. Keith David, I think. Was that him? Was he the Arbiter? I feel like he was.
It sounds right.
Doesn't matter.
Right. Anyway.
Hey, it was heresy. Yes, that's what I remember for that game.
Oh my god. Your armor is not as new as ours, so there's a cooldown in your cloaking ability. And it's like, oh, that's how you're going to explain it? Okay, Halo.
Sure, all right.
Uh-huh.
He did in fact voice the Arbiter, but
And none of your allies survived.
aw.
Womp womp. All right, so you guys land on the planet and you're regrouped. Set the scene for us because a bunch of clones are about to start shooting to death. Or like firing them down. So I'm going to give you guys one chance to kind of group up and talk to each other and role play off each other before I immediately throw those cuts down.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. So what? I mean, I guess what is the? I want to know mechanically what it is we're facing.
Mechanically, you're fighting a bunch of you're probably fighting not an army, but one down for an army full of clone troopers.
Gang. Okay.
Yeah.
Which
And they
means
have,
you can
like,
only hit them with
infantry.
dangerous and area.
Yeah, which means they have emplacements set up and they're shooting at you. Like, there's probably 2 or 3 stats tops with it. I'm not super mechanically granular about it right now. I'd have to check
that's
the
fine.
threat garage. Let me go grab that.
No, yeah, that's fine. I'm just thinking, since they are a gang, it's tough for us to individually deal with them. We'll have to try to pull out something dangerous or area.
I
Mhm.
can. My
you could
traps can affect up to 3 targets at once. So I don't know if that
That's a group.
group.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
I can affect groups and gangs, and I can affect 2 targets at once. So, like, 2 groups or gangs at once. I think.
Excellent.
You count as a group, which means you can act against 2 threats at once as a single move, and you can deal damage to groups or gangs or swarms without needing area or dangerous tags.
There you go.
Okay.
Mhm.
Which means if I took moves from the dwarf playbook, I could just have dangerous for fun.
Oh my god.
I choose this.
I think
All
actually
right.
it might be cool.
So there are a
Uh-huh.
gang of horde archers, which mean that anytime you have to take an action now in this kill box, you have to pay a price. And the gang has locked down this theater of combat. And there's also a gang of elite troopers with the stormtrooper feature. Elite troopers never damage the fellowship. They actually take care of it. Oh, wait, no, these guys suck. Never mind. I should have gotten a captain. Wait, do I have a captain?
Wait a
Let me go to
minute.
Wait a minute. Elite troopers can deal damage to the fellowship. Okay, yeah, no, there is a captain. I didn't copy and paste the captain stat block in. There's also a gang of elite troopers with the captain, and there is a warmonger who is about to deliver his cut to 93.
Perfect.
I think I might try to basically drop right in front of Oom 93 as the warmonger is taking his shot to try to overcome the harm and stop it from hitting him because I am wearing Beskar and I can just kind of tank it.
Sure. Go for it.
So basically, instead of just appearing, I drop to block the shot that's about to cut off the broadcast.
What move do you think you're going to do for that?
I mean, probably just overcome.
Okay, so this cut cannot be overcome. That's about to come down the block. So if you choose to interpose yourself and become the target, I'll let that happen.
Do I want to do that?
That's a general move. Like, if you're within like reach of someone, and wasn't that they had to pay a price? I think the
cannot be overcome. And yeah, pay a price would work too. You're gonna have to pay a price to get into shooting range, by the way. So, so if you want to take action to be like, look out, sir, I will let you do it. It's just going to be a hard cut. It's going to hit you so bad.
Well, not being able to overcome does make this difficult. But
or you want to tell Jonathan to go fuck himself?
I mean, I'll tank it. Don't say I never did nothing for you.
I won't.
There it is.
I won't.
Okay, so there is a clone captain, like a what do you call it? A ARC trooper, not the ones in mechs. An ARC trooper, with the better armor, like directing the troops. They're firing and stuff. The gunners are gunning everywhere at you guys, and there's like ground troopers running to try and rush you, and they're fighting the battle droids. But then in the back, one of the heavy troopers gets up, opens up the case on his back, takes out the warhead launcher, and fires a warhead directly at 9. Hard cut cannot be overcome, and you're like, "Look out, sir! Take it to the Beskar."
Basically, yeah.
All right, so that happens in front of you, like the Mandalorian, right?
Yes.
Okay, thank God. Sometimes I get the voices mixed up. You fly directly into the shot and take it to the chest and get exploded a little, take a damage.
Okay, I am just going to burn my armor to not take that damage.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Only regret of going elf instead of dwarf is that I only have 1 armor.
So that was
if I had gone dwarf, I could have taken better armor.
So that was the Warmonger. Also pay your price. Everyone else, you have this theater of conflict to deal with, and it is it's clearing this area out because they are trying to like kidnap people and take them to transports and stuff. And if you can focus fire on them and get rid of them, that'd be great. Or maybe you have to try something else. However you want to resolve this. But these clones are the problem. They can't be here.
All right, for a price, I'm going to take damage to, I think, Wisdom.
Just as a heads up, I can basically instantly heal you with Bacta because actually, it says healing self only, but I have World Weaver, so I guess does that mean I can use it for other people or no?
I also have a bunch of healing stuff.
Yeah,
I'm not worried about incidental damage.
I have healing stuff. I just don't want to use it because it makes me drunk.
Yeah. Plus we have food.
Yeah.
Like I know we don't sit and eat very often ever since Hoth, but
yeah, it's just damage, guys. It's fine.
Yeah.
Look, listen.
Yeah.
I
don't want to be that one guy from my Lancer game who freaked out because he took 1 level of structure damage.
Oh God. But yeah, so yeah, I tank it. So now, Mister, I can deal with gangs and groups. Go do something, please.
Yeah,
I can't.
so that this starts.
Mm-hmm.
Where they see their ally get not struck down, but hit, and to take a hit for them, and they're like, "Just thanks, buddy," and then push out of the way and just start trudging forward. And I'm imagining that they deploy. Oh wait, they don't have that yet. They're gonna have that. It'll come up next episode.
There it is.
So they, but like, what is it called? Like disruptors deploy from their thing. Super illegal. Not even the Empire uses them. They're here, and now these clone troopers get to deal with that. So
wait, disruptors or disintegrators?
Same thing.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's much worse.
Yeah, the disruptors are worse than disintegrators. It's like Star Wars WMDs, but small scale. It's fine.
Wait, are disruptors
the Kamino ones were drunk.
Wait. Are disruptors the gun you shoot someone with and it kills them in the most painful way possible?
Yes.
Oh God.
Okay, so I know we're referencing. Wait. So
bigger blaster.
Okay.
We're referencing Final Space a lot, and there was a scene in Final Space where Avocado, the cool guy I was telling you about, shoots another bounty hunter that was about to betray him, but it's like that gun, and he's like on his knees screaming, being electrified, like while his face is about to explode. But it doesn't happen in like a second or two. it goes on for 20 seconds where he's like, ah, and like Avaka's just waiting, and then he eventually detonates.
Yeah. So I have a thing here called it's a fragile but deadly diamond-edged weapon, which is melee and necrotic. When you deal damage from finish them with this weapon, it breaks. When you have time and safety, you can spend a repair part, or you can spend a part to forge this weapon.
Oh my god.
So I'm not necessarily using it on the first guy, but like it's there and they see it. It's no longer a hey, I might die honorably from a droid. It's oh, that droid's gonna kill me and make me experience the death of every part of me, of every clone ever.
Oh man.
I'm fanatical, but oh no.
They are fanatical.
So it's So I am also a melee weapon. so I'm going into melee. Like that's happening. I'm going for the archers.
It's
and
time
I'm also,
for war. It's
and
time
I'm also,
for war crimes.
Yeah. I'm going for the archers. I'm also going to go for that warmonger.
Are the archers considered a gang as well, or are they just like
Yes.
just the archers?
Yeah, is everybody a gang?
Yes, except for the warmonger.
Okay, so
And the
okay.
captain.
So wait, just to make it clear, we just have the archers, the elite trooper, the warmonger, and the captain.
That's right. That's why I tried to separate a little.
Okay.
Oh, here.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Boop. There we go.
There we go.
Yeah.
Cool. All right.
All right. So it looks like by targeting the warmonger, he'll focus fire on you, and the horde archers, you'll have to pay prices.
Yep, I'm okay with that. I need the price paying, which is up here.
Yeah, we need to deal with the archers.
Excuse me. I just lost until you recover, suffer a setback. I'm gonna suffer a setback, and I'm gonna say that I don't. If I can gain advantage on the like maybe I don't have advantage on the warmonger, but what I'm doing can help somebody else get advantage on the warmonger. If that makes sense. Like instead of just murdering the warmonger, I like knock them off their like defenses or something. Like that's kind of like how that is as far as that is going to go with this action.
Okay.
And then it can go even more sideways depending on like how the roll goes and stuff. Somehow this is going to set us back. It's just I'm not quite sure how far. As for the archers, I think I'm just like flying over them. Like I'm getting into better spots to like basically any advantage that they could gain from having like higher ground or anything. I just remove it, and I'm basically being the murder droid version of General Grievous in this scene.
Excellent.
As like also droid hands are coming out from the shadows and like grabbing onto them and stuff to like gain advantage.
All right, go for
as
it.
I finish them. And buddy, hey, sorry. Every time I jiggle my dice, my cat starts shaking because he has epilepsy. I'm sorry, buddy.
It's for me.
Oh no.
That is. Oh, that's a 4. So that'll be a 6.
Okay, I'm gonna be real simple about this. You get shot twice.
I don't like that.
You shouldn't.
Like that warmonger reloads and hits you with a missile, and the archers all shoot you using the missile as like covering, like as a way to
right.
track the arcs.
I'll take both of that to my carapace.
Let's cut away from you while you're in danger to someone else now. What are y'all doing?
So I don't have anything that can affect gangs, but I can still keep them busy.
I mean, you can
That
affect
would be
gangs
helpful.
as long as you create a scenario in which you could affect them. Like, there's crushed buildings and skyscrapers everywhere. If you have like Mandalorian tech or webs, I don't know who was talking. Was that Lamnar?
No, yeah,
was that Lamnar?
yes.
Yeah. So like, why don't you use your
Yes.
webs and stuff to like Spider-Man thwick a half-collapsed building and collapse the whole goddamn thing onto a
Okay,
bridge.
so it's a dangerous or area attacks isn't just like our actual attack. Okay.
Find a way to
I
get
see
the
what's going on
tag.
here. Yeah.
Like if you found a torch on the
Perfect.
ground and like dipped your sword in oil and put the torch to the oil, use gun on man, you now have a burning weapon.
Perfect. And
Treat it
is this
like
a
a-
new scene?
Oh, okay. New scene from what?
The previous X-Wing scene.
Nope. This is all one
He's doing
cut.
something like he gets more web.
Got it.
Sorry, not
All
now.
right,
Not yet, anyway.
No, that's fine. That's fine.
If you would keep them busy, I can probably deal with them.
Gotcha. Okay, I'm going to. Looking at what I have. Okay, yeah. So I'm going to basically they're all wearing like
Clone Trooper
the full
armor.
clone trooper helmets, right?
Yeah.
And those those helmets have like visual like HUD like screens, like
Sure.
sending them information just in
You have a
front of their
HUD in
eyes.
there.
A HUD, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, perfect. I'm going to use my. I'm basically just going to use my IT warfare tech to just flood their HUDs with like distracting alarms notices. Just temporary. This is be activating my flash powder trap to temporarily blind everyone
Nice.
nearby.
I love it.
So I'm just going to blind. If it was just going to affect a specific group, it would probably be the archers.
Oh no. So as long as the captain's in play, his allies cannot be distracted, confused, or separated. So watch out for that, guys.
Oof.
I want to make sure that you know that's in play. But yeah, blinding them, I don't think it's distracting them, right? Unless I've said the opposite in previous games. But like, you're just blinding them. You're not distracting them or anything. Like, it's so...
Yeah.
Right? Disabling's different from distracting. It's not like when I had Ian's arm ripped off last session by a zombie, and that was disabling him, quote unquote. Watch out for that on Pay a Price. Take a handicap, making the situation harder for yourself. I took that literally.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh man.
He was just chilling out,
But
and a zombie grabbed his arm and snapped it like a twig right off his body.
Ouch.
No damage. Pay that price.
Why did this damage me?
All right. So he's flashbanging at least
distracted-
for a moment.
Yeah.
Does distract in this case not mean you can't keep them busy, or?
It might mean that, actually, yeah, if you're trying to draw their fire from their mission. But again, their mission is to murder you guys, so it's not like they're trying to shoot the real target and you're trying to draw their attention. They're okay with attacking all of you. They're not trying to focus anyone yet. They don't really... There's no... It's not like one of you's more important. You're all a nuisance right now. So, you know, it's that kind of flexibility with Fellowship.
I suppose my question is, does this constitute me having advantage to try to hurt them?
Yeah, if the other guy can get you... if the other actor in the scene can get you advantage, sure.
Like,
With that
does the
trap?
flashbang count? Yeah.
Yeah, you succeeded at that, right?
Yeah. Let me roll. Actually, it's a trap. I don't have to roll for traps.
Pay a price. You're taking a move against them.
Fair enough. They shoot me.
Yeah.
Seems reasonable.
A lot of that
I
going
still
around
have some armor,
these
so
days.
I'm just going to lose that.
Sorry?
Oh, I hit in the armor.
All right.
Okay, you're just
So,
using armor.
who's doing the takeout now? Where are we with that?
Well, since I need something with area or dangerous to hurt them, I'm going to go ahead and spend one of my my high-tech gizmos. And by high-tech gizmos, I mean I lean forward and fire my jetpack rocket at the archers to get
There
the
it
area
is.
tag.
There it is. That rocket.
Yep, I haven't used it yet, so I may as well use it now. I don't think I've used it yet. I'm sure people can correct me later on if they
That
care.
fucking rocket.
But anyway, so yeah, I'm going to go ahead and roll with blood to try to kill them.
All right.
Try to
go
finish
for
them.
it.
I took a rocket to the face. I'm only replying in kind. All right. That is a 3 and a 4 plus 2 is 9, so I only damaged them.
And it was the
on a
archers?
7 to 9, I deal damage to them and lose my advantage. So yeah, I'm attacking the archers. And then I guess I
Alright, I
needed
think-
to pay a price for that.
Yeah, you do. So they break from a
Okay.
gang into two groups.
Which are manageable for us, yes?
Oh, yeah, you know.
Basically,
Yes.
I think with groups we don't need the area tag anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah,
For
okay,
sure,
That's
yeah.
the important bit.
That's the important part.
And now,
okay.
because I love how this works, because the Horde Archers broke down to 2 separate groups, as a group they can each cover two targets. So there's 4 of you guys. They can cover all 4 of you. And also now you're paying double prices because there's 2 of them now. Because they slime divided, so they get 2 different actions.
Well, this didn't work out how I wanted it to.
Targeting.
Oh, no, wait, never mind. They can't overlap targets. You're right, Pete. No, Pete, they're not targeting you, so someone gets targeted twice. And that someone's going to be Oom93.
Oh no, my setback.
You have to pay 2 prices every time you act against these jabronis. So yeah, those guys blow up. Like there's an explosion. Clone troopers are thrown everywhere. You know, there's rifles and helmets scattered about. Identical men are dying by the dozens. Who's up next to deal with this? Because they're all still firing on you guys. So another round of cuts is going to be coming up. Unless, Pete, do you want to do something? You haven't done anything yet.
Well, I guess I could try dealing with them the Nemesis style, which is so they're acting hostile towards us. That triggers my move to hurt them. So I'll cut them by hurting them by collapsing buildings on them with a force. So they just look at them angrily and crumble everything around me like a sieve. Which means I deal the cut, and then you can respond with a cut to me, and I can go back and forth like this for as long as things happen.
Sure. So your cut is going to drop building on some people. Who do you want to drop a building on? Name names.
The archers.
The archers, both groups? Sure. So the cut is they'll both take damage, breaking down into individuals. So there's now 4 archers left.
Yeah.
And they're still targeting you twice.
Respond with the cut.
The cut, I'm going to reveal and welcome truth, because that's a great suggestion, Peter. You hear explosions and rumblings and the sound of the world ending above you as a transport ship that was shot down is crashing onto this site from the atmosphere. You have an amount of cuts before I let it hit and do a bunch of shit to y'all. Awesome. The clones, seeing that's happening...
body right now.
The clones look up and see that, and they all start making signals to each other, and you can hear over the comms, because you're hackers and resourceful, that they're going to go for a box formation to try and box you in and keep you here so you die with them. So
awesome.
That is that cut reveal. So you guys are all queued up to be shot by troopers. What's up?
Okay.
Oom93 signals to all of you and is like, all right, I guess we relocate. The voice that they use when they talk to you all is like the normal, fun little droid voice. The one that they're using for the clone troopers is their real voice.
Specifically, the voice we hear in our comms is your old voice, but when you use your voice box.
Yeah, but like they're are pointing out like, hey, we can all fly.
We can't just leave. Like that's an option we have.
Good. They're gonna do the work for us. Let's go.
The problem is because of all these goddamn archers, we have to pay a price every time we move. It's a nightmare.
All right.
Anyway, okay. Let me know.
Yes. So after all that, and when we hear, I'm like, yeah, no. And so when I was meeting up with and just scurrying through the battlefield, from my carapace torso, I've been dropping tiny little robots.
Oh no!
Which have basically just grenades with legs. And I activate them, and I sent them to just to attack the troopers. Mechanically, this means that I'm using one of my last web and using my pull the strings world weaver ability to activate which combines my trap with my ranged ammo. In this case, grenades I have for a grenade launcher.
Okay.
And because I can affect more than one target at once with my traps, I can affect up to 3 targets. I'm just going to send 3 of these little robot bombs at the archers.
Okay. Go for it. And while you're doing that, by the way, as a response, the Warmonger, whose cuts are always hard cuts and cannot be overcome, will run through the battlefield, throwing away that rocket launcher. Are you on the ground or are you flying?
I'm on the ground.
Good. He will tackle you over the edge of a crack in the streets below, tumbling down to the ground, separating you from the rest of the party.
Oh, okay. I was going to say if there was a way I could respond to this, but
Cannot be overcome. So you get tackled by a suicidal trooper who's plunging you into a bottomless pit with him.
I was hoping I'd be able to do it without overcoming, but if he was charging through a choke point, I could stop him.
I mean, if you want to take it for him.
So basically, because I am Erdwarf now, when I defend a choke point by myself and resolve to let no one through, no monster, vehicle, army, boulder, explosion, dragon, overlord, or elf can get past me so long as I remain standing and alert. So I essentially just kind of want to grab, stop him cold as he's about to hit Lamnar.
Yeah, I guess that would fail the cut, because even though it's a hard cut, you can't be moved. That's the facts. All right, cool. You gum that up real good. He slams into you to make you move, and you're like, nah, dog, and that doesn't happen. But he was absolutely going to throw you into a bottomless pit.
Oh, yeah, no, he doesn't bounce off of me, but he's not going anywhere.
He's digging in and trying to push you.
Oh, yeah, it's a whole scene. We're like grabbing each other's wrists or whatever and trying to force the other one to move.
Right. So do I still get hit into a pit?
No, you don't. I do pay. Okay. I pay a price, but
yeah, you do.
What do we have left? Oh, Jesus. Sure, I'll take another damage. Why not? What's the worst that could happen? It's going in since I don't need that shit.
The 3 of these archers are gone then.
Yeah, that's how that works out. Fucking dead, dog. Not 3 of these archers. There were like dozens of these archers, like a full fucking battalion, and you killed them all.
We're good at that.
Kyanite Squadron.
We're PC characters. We're all monsters.
All right. Who's up next? We got the Kaminoan and the Mandalorian tied up. What about the droid and the ghost?
Yeah, you want to go first this time?
Oh, if you like. So, who's trying to box us in? Is it just the archers or just the lead troopers and so on?
Every clone here. All of them are trying to keep you here so you die in an explosion.
Well, I guess I'll cut a swath through them with my cut them to, collapse the ground under them as, some ground gives way and, they fall in. So take damage.
Separating them? Or separating them?
I don't think I can separate people because of the captain.
Well, then... yeah, you're right. I really screwed you over on that one. Fair enough.
Unless I separate the captain.
Who?
It does specifically say people under his command.
It'll happen to one of his allies instead, which cannot be separated from him, so it would short circuit it. You have to do damage to the captain, elite trooper.
Well, it says he's only vulnerable. Yeah, okay. Basically, if you try to damage him, you just do it to his allies instead. So
yeah, but if you try to separate him, an ally will be separated instead. But the allies can't be separated from the captain, so go fuck yourself.
The podcast explodes.
Right?
Rip.
I love these little feedback loops.
It's a broken game, guys.
No, it said that anyone trying to harm or distract the captain, those are the allies instead, but separating them is not distracting or harming them.
He's not distracting the captain, he's kidnapping him.
Yeah, abduct him to hell.
Sure, I'll abduct him to the hole that whoever was trying to tackle into, and I'll go in after him.
Oh my god. You're going to 360 no-scope him and force him to log off in real life.
Oh, God.
So you can respond with a cut yourself, Devin.
What was that, Pete? I can respond with a cut? How do I cut you? I'm going to make the ship crash more. So the ship is now closer. It's like in the atmosphere. You have debris falling down. You know what? I'm going to say, everyone... I'm going to separate all of you from each other.
I am not going anywhere.
Oh, not you. Of course not you.
Yeah,
everyone else is going.
Wait, we need to get you up to a high place so the ship can't get past
you.
In front of the
ship. So just to clarify, I am separating you guys or what I'm doing is I'm advancing the clock on the thing falling. So let's say it has 3 steps, 1, 2, 3. At this stage, you all get separated because parts of it are crashed into the ground. It's like an advancing problem, and it changes every time it advances more. That is what's happening here. I'm not just doing 50 billion cuts to everyone because Peter made one cut happen.
No, yeah.
I got to be careful because we're going to have Rick and Morty Reddit fans being like, but why is this happening in Fellowship? It's because look, we don't really fucking know how to play. Just go with it. All right, look, Count Dooku has a robot head. What more do you want?
We want Anakin to be in Darth Vader's armor. It's not going to happen.
It's just not happening.
Unless he just takes it as a war trophy and just wears it for the stats.
No. Why would he?
But then it's still going to be Anakin inside. But then it's still going to be Anakin inside the armor.
Okay, first of all, that armor isn't wearable armor. That armor is more like an animatronic suit from Five Nights at Freddy's. It's full of stuff.
I know. I'm just imagining Anakin Skywalker wearing the Darth Vader armor just for the stats and just to be an asshole at a party. That's it.
Anakin Skywalker kills Darth Vader, takes the mask, and is like, "This seems neat," and holds up to his face, messing with it, and then it acts like a face hugger, and just
no, he puts it up to his face and realizes it would undo his hair curls and be like, "No, I'm not doing that. That's lame."
Well, then somebody else takes it, and then it turns out that the mask is the gas mask zombies from Doctor Who.
Yeah, that's exactly it. There's a bunch of children with Darth Vader masks now. Anyway,
wearing a Hitler costume to a party, bad taste.
Oh my god!
Okay, puts the mask to his face. And
okay.
Falling.
This bit has gone on too long. I'm not embarrassed, but
so the ship is falling.
Yeah.
It's
I'm currently 1v1ing the warmonger.
Yeah, you are. Who's up next with solutions?
So just a reminder, the ship is just suiciding itself into us.
It's not suiciding. It's falling out of orbit. It was shot down. It used to have civilians on it. It used to have civilians on it. And now it only has corpses.
Gotcha.
Well, if nobody has anything to do, I guess I'll just go after the captain is separated, and then since he's alone with me and it's dark in here, I just boogeyman him and kill him.
Okay, that dude dies.
Drink his soul. So.
He gets dragged to the shadows, never to be seen again.
Yeah, that's exactly it. It's a horror show. He's just swept on in by a ghost.
Cool.
And then I can resurrect him and make him fight his friends.
There it is.
Oh, yay.
There it is.
Yeah.
You gotta call in Mike.
I look closely.
2 targets.
I mean, not no.
Okay.
All right.
Someone said they're looking closely.
To try and find Yes.
Okay.
We got separated, so I'm like, okay, the anti-air guns are destroyed. Let's get out of here. And I try and find
All right. Do it. Look closely.
I think. Yeah.
I rolled a look closely is
Sense.
Great sense. That is a 9.
All right. Ask me all about it.
All right. Where is Actually, wait. No, let me rephrase that. Where have you all been separated?
I didn't have any vision
for each individual person.
Oh yeah. Okay. You're gonna ask the other 3 people where they ended up.
Yeah, basically, where is everyone?
All right, people, tell me where you got separated to. Let's do this. You guys do this. I don't want to do it. I didn't think of anything. You tell me. Where did y'all get separated in this climactic, giant fucking nightmare battle?
I didn't go anywhere. I pulled out my vibroblade, and I'm currently 1v1ing the warmonger. So...
Yeah, they're having an epic fight in the middle of an explosion as a ship's crashing down on them, sparking vibro weapons off each other's armor, trying to kill each other. It's great. The warmonger's super happy with this situation. Take a damage. He hard cuts you.
Oh.
He stabs you.
I don't like that. I've taken a lot of damage, guys. Here, I guess. That's me.
Yeah, you have. You know what?
Taking 3 damage, guys.
We're gonna have to kill that guy.
Shoot me. Just put me full of Bacta, please.
I think is still duking it out with the archers.
1. One archer.
There's only one archer? Oh, that means that archer can't affect Because archers can only... the archers can use this covering fire against a number of opponents equal to their group size. Is a gang, or is a group. So I think is like toying with. I think might actually be like playing with their food at this point.
Yeah, that remaining archer is going to turn on someone, probably the Mandalorian, the weakest link now.
So I think the scene that I'm imagining actually is the archers that didn't make it. is going to be consuming them in a grisly way in order to get parts back. I will be getting back.
Half the party are zombie makers.
How am I the most normal one here?
I will be getting back my.
Honestly, the Mandalorian,
my melee part.
Like the Mandalorian's the most.
Actually,
like Kessel. He's the most stock Star Wars character in this game. He is a Mandalorian soldier who's a tech specialist and knows his stuff. Everyone else is a fucking lunatic.
He is also currently being like up jumped into space, like with gene mod Space Marine stuff from the as an Earth dwarf, but
right,
still the most normal one here.
You know what that means? That means there was a scene that was never filmed where you went back to like, you know, one of those flotilla ships that has your people on it, and they put you through tactical dreadnought training. Because like, if a space marine wants to wear like dreadnought armor, they have to get like more upgrades and more like G mods installed. So like, they probably happen to you because you're an dwarf.
Yeah, well, the since the stuff I'm getting is from the oh god, I have it written down somewhere. Like Wayfarers people.
Cool.
Are the ones who are actually doing it.
The Prophets. Yeah, no, they have tactical dreadnought armor. They have, what's it called in Warhammer 40k? Like, I know it's something armor. That's
Terminator?
Terminator armor. You're getting your Terminator rights. Yeah. They're putting you through Terminator rights.
You got it right with tactical dreadnought armor. That's Terminator armor.
It's about the same thing.
I know that dreadnoughts are...
It's literally the same thing.
It is.
Terminator armor is the shorthand for tactical dreadnought armor.
And dreadnought armor...
Dreadnought armor is different.
It's the cryo casket for dead Marines, see? So no, you went back to the Prophet Mandalorians and it was unfilmed, and they honorarily gave you tactical attack marine rights. Mm-hmm. Damn it, Terminator rights. Your armor has a Terminator right from. Sorry, you haven't taken it yet, right? You're saying?
Well, no, I maybe have some of the stuff, but I haven't taken the Dwarven core stuff yet. Like the gene mods aren't ready yet.
You have the heraldry on your suit though. Like they put the Beskar stamp in.
Mm-hmm.
To let everyone else know that you're a Terminator.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, who else is getting shot?
Oh, everyone's getting shot.
Except
you.
Okay, good.
So I get a part back, and I can affect two things at once. So I get a part back, and then I will also try to kill that one guy. No witnesses.
No police.
Yeah. So, like, they see that happening, and they're like, and then they turn a corner, and then there's, like, another droid there. It's just a mouse droid. And they're like, and then they look up, and there's, like, I don't know, the deadliest thing of all, an astromech droid. And then the camera cuts away.
The astromech droid drops on them from the ceiling like an alien with all of its little, like, grabby hands extended, and then the camera cuts.
That is an 11 for the finish then.
I'm the xenomorph of the party. Even I have a smaller kill count than Astromech. Those things are monsters.
Yeah. The worst part is, the Astromech was making the R2-D2 wow sound as it falls down.
Yeah, R2-D2 scream.
Yeah,
the Wilhelm Astromech scream.
Right. Oh, it's perfect. Oh shit. Yeah. All right. I know the end to this. Okay. I think I know the end to this conflict. All right. We're good. I didn't know the end of this session. Now I know the end of this session to cap it off. We're there. We've arrived.
That's what got you there. All right, I can't wait.
Finally. I didn't know how I get here.
Comes in and kicks our asses.
Okay, it's not fair that you got it in one beat, but...
There is a non-zero chance that R2-D2 has been put into a mech by Anakin. I mean, he's coming to kick our ass.
Look, it's not fair that you guys know me well enough to know that's exactly what's happening.
It's just a little astromech pod in a giant mech, but the astromech is still exposed.
The bigger astromech. It's a Hulkbuster.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so devours the archer.
Yeah, that happens.
Okay.
for his bits.
Just the important parts.
Uh-huh.
So, fucking lord. So who's next then? Someone else give me a tee up here. Or have we gone through everyone and the cuts can start raining down?
I haven't actually done anything other than be shot by a warmonger or stabbed. I'm not
then
clear
it
which.
sounds like
yeah.
it's time for you to get to do something.
Okay. Well, I don't have a lot of ways to just give myself advantage, but luckily I have companions who are
Yes.
finally making their way here.
Worth their weight in
so-
gold.
Very much so. So I'm going to go ahead and damage my companion Mesla's right where you need me trait in order to her little cloak fades, and she is going to destroy, attempt to stab the warmonger long enough for me to then follow through.
All right.
So I'm going to try
Go
to
for
get
it.
advantage over him and
Do
try
it.
to finish him
Take this asshole out.
with blood. That is my goal. All right, come on, dice. That is 6 plus 2 is 8, so I damage him.
Nice. Do you have piercing at all?
No. Although he
Yeah.
has a thing that just gets damaged first anyway.
Yup. Boop.
Cool. So yeah,
right.
and then she kind of fades out of, like, her cloak flickers back on, and she kind of withdraws out of line of
All right.
sight.
Yeah, you guys are fighting, and at one point, like, when he gets shot, you can see, like, a bunch of damage to his, like, armor and his helmet. He grabs you by the shoulders, rears his head back, and headbutts you in the head as hard as possible, breaking his helmet off, and giving you, a bruising around you. Not damage enough, but he gets the helmet off because it wasn't working. He is really committed here.
Oh, I have zero doubt. Also, I think Wayfarer, my other companion, is, like, currently dropping in. He's not here yet, but that might be relevant if I'm going to take damage again. But yeah, so that's what I'm up to.
Perfect.
It's a good hobby.
It
Yeah,
is.
like, you're in the middle of
Having a
the
great time.
warmonger. You're getting him. Who else wants to take that guy out, or you want to get shot by elite troopers?
What do you mean shot by elite troopers?
The elite troopers are still here. Oh, the commander's gone. They
They
can't.
can't damage the party.
You're right. No. You're right. You got it. Everything's fine.
The captain got kidnapped and then never to be seen again.
Yeah. No. Well, I think you guys are competent enough to totally fucking murder the rest of these clone troopers without them doing that much damage to you and the warmonger. You know what? Do you want to just take this asshole out? I feel like you guys as a group can do it. Like, I feel like
if you want to just say I stab him through the chest and he dies a warrior's death, then that's fine with me.
No, that's awesome. He's totally willing for it. He says thank you when you do it. He says this is the way.
I reply, this is the way. Oh God!
And you also.
What is this? What is this? You're pasting into the scratch pad? Oh no!
All right, so
Oh, no.
I'm assuming you guys get away from the ship crash. I'm not going to make you run through a
Correct.
giant set piece where you're escaping. The ship crashes. And out from the wreckage, stomping, bristling with technology and ship-mounted deck plating, ship-mounted weapons, industrial strength like planetary combine harvesters and terraforming tech, superstructure tech, is a battle droid. It is 30 feet tall and weighs 1,000 tons, probably more. And every time it moves, it shatters the street plating of the level you're on and creates an earthquake that knocks you on your ass. It's bristling with flight systems. And it's colored white and blue.
Oh no!
As R2-D2 lands into the field.
And he's making that noise.
Oh yeah, you can tell.
As he
It's like
comes down.
You could hear it over speakers. Yeah, it jumped on. What happened in space was the ship wasn't hit by AA guns. R2, who can fly, crashed into it and drove it down to the planet's surface like he was surfboarding. He was doing his own cutscene before you guys showed up.
We need to be just chased by R2-D2 for a while so he can get more stats and
yeah,
so
he will.
on.
He'll never stop chasing you. He's never gonna stop.
He is a relentless predator.
Yeah. I'd even change his write-up. An ancient and intelligent predator predating known history. It takes the abilities of those it kills, and it cannot die. R2-D2. I don't need to change a single line of text for that.
Nope. That's exactly what we need. Oh. Okay, who wants to open hostilities?
This is the threat.
Hello, I've taken 3 damage.
This is the threat that we deserve.
It's true. We've had this coming.
Anakin went out and found his dog on Tatooine and took it, or on whatever Jimmy's ship it was on with Jimmy Schmitz, and took it back. It's not on Leia's ship. It is not the droid from New Hope. Anakin never gets the call to adventure. I mean, Luke never meets 3PO and R2.
Well, no, Luke does meet R2
because
it's just a different R2 unit.
Yeah, it's just an R2
unit. He doesn't have a message for Ben Kenobi.
That's why it looks so new and shiny in that.
No, it'll have a message from Ben Kenobi. It's just not R2-D2. I'm establishing that the R2-D2 from New Hope and this R2-D2, different R2s. This is the one that Anakin grew up with. The other one's just some R2 unit. It's some guy.
Yeah, exactly.
See, it's just Skippy, because he knows the Force needs him to help this poor farm boy, so he just doesn't suicide that time.
Sure, but Skippy's a terrible name. You got to find me a better name for him, and I'll go with that.
Anyway, we're about to go fight a giant mech.
Well, R2's going to start stomping his way across you guys and can crush anyone beneath its hops, so you guys have to run from him.
Yeah, I'm flying.
I will simply not be on the ground, thank you.
He, as soon as he sees that you're doing that, I'm going to telegraph this. His flight systems kick in, and he starts raising above you guys like a thwomp.
Yeah. So, we're moving away as we're fighting.
Yeah. He is fast, and he can keep up with you, and if you guys slow down at all, he'll cut his engines and, like gravity, slam him into you guys like a mosquito. He will thwomp you.
All right.
What is this, Mario?
Says, somebody get me a clear shot. As their weird melee weapons turn on. It's weird because 93 is a melee monster now.
I have an idea for this. So I'm going to activate one of my last web, and basically I see R2-D2 stomping around, and as it's jumping, it jumps over some of the it jumps over some of the dead clone trooper soldiers that I had a surprise on them before they died for the rest of you guys.
Yeah.
So I activate the surprise that just some tiny little robots just perk up and start scurrying up its legs as I use the catch web trap.
Nice.
Which means their leg or arm becomes caught and immobilized. Next time they try something, I can manipulate them as an object.
Okay, so what all the droids do, I bet, is they fan out underneath one of the legs and they stomp them, and they do get stomped, but they compress down and become grav plating droids, and they gravitically attach R2's leg to the ground plate of the planet, like magnets basically, but like gravity space magnets, like repulsor lifts running in reverse, creating a seal.
Mm-hmm.
And you can hear R2 tweeting like an R2 unit, just big and boom, like boop 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 woohoo, like making that sad whistle sound. It is essentially a giant R2 unit. Like if you're translating it from the language of binary droids, it's all like just saying happy droid things like jump, jump, maintenance required.
Oh man,
happy droid.
In your robot house orders.
Okay, well, there's your clear shot if you want it,
All right. Is going to attempt a finish, though.
That's fair.
I will be attempting to... can I use 2 melee weapons at once?
You can do whatever you want. There's no law.
Excellent.
Remember, your weapons are tags onto your actions, basically.
Yeah. All right, so excellent. So I'm using a... melee piercing and melee necrotic.
Yeah.
I don't know what necrotic does to NPCs, but I imagine it's not good.
Deals 2 damage and can't be healed normally.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh, it puts them in despair, which means they can't take any actions. They fail.
Yeah.
I think.
So I think OM93 is going to attempt to what's it called when like R2 in the movies like just like not jacks in, slices in, like one of those little things. Like
Slicing.
They call hacking slicing.
yeah, they're like is like flying towards it, and it's gonna be kind of like in Gurren Lagann when they like smash into the moon to activate it.
Yeah.
But it's OM93 into a 1,000-foot tall R2 unit. So it's exactly the same.
Yeah, no, this is very Gurren Lagann. We're there. We've arrived.
All right, here we go. Dice.
Rah, fight the power.
All right, that's 3-3. So that's an 8.
So damage.
With necrotic piercing.
Oh god.
All right. So yeah, we can just say you take out R2. That's fine. So yeah, you land and like slam in. You probably go through the droid. Like you go through and you pull out an actual little R2 unit full of. You don't recognize the technology this R2 unit's been put through. It looks how to describe it? It looks like Egyptian, Mayan, Mesopotamian-y, like the sort of Babylonian super tech stuff you see in like high concept fantasy sci-fi, has been like bolted all over this R2 unit, and you just fly out from the chassis with it. And it burns to touch, like it's constantly overheating.
Mm-hmm.
It just says,
First
put me
aid
down,
check.
you don't belong to me. Put me down, you don't belong to me. Or I don't belong to you.
Yeah, and OM93 disagrees and is attempting to do that stuff. Like,
Oh, no,
like yes, yeah, like that's all happening, but like it's fine.
You've defeated it.
Hey,
Yeah.
hey, which one of your bodies is the med droid?
Oh, I'm still in here. It says over thing, and also I'm still in here. It says in an actual voice, clanking itself, and like you can see the droid head inside of it. It's a little battle droid in a little glass dome.
It waves politely.
Yeah. Well, its arms are the skeleton now.
Oh.
It's in there now.
Oh no.
God. How upsetting. You guys are going to pick up a Mandalorian frequency signal, Kesseldar.
I patch it through.
Coordinates and coordinates nearby. Asking for cover and for you to like regroup there.
I wave everyone to follow me as I'm going to follow that signal. And does shoot out a little what is it, a Coltol canister like in fucking like BD and in
Oh my god, Fallen Order is so good. Fallen Order is like the best Star Wars thing I've ever seen in my life.
Okay, remember I've only seen 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, and 3.
Fallen Order is a video game. So
it's an amazing video game. They took the Uncharted formula and the Metroid formula, and they made it a 3D action Star Wars game, and it's better than anything the movies have ever been. Maybe except last.
Is it on the Switch?
It is on the Steam.
It's on PC.
Yeah,
on Steam. Okay,
it's on a bunch of platforms.
I might look into that.
Yeah.
I don't know what that thing is, but if it's cool, then yes, I do that.
It's essentially BD is your little droid companion who rides around on your shoulders, and he can whenever you want to heal, you want to use your heals. He shoots out a little cannons that you grab and stab into your arm. And,
oh yeah, I have.
He has stim packs. He has a bunch of stim packs inside of him.
Yeah,
he's great.
I have 2 healing parts. So actually, let me make sure that those aren't just for me. I also have 2 other things that are also healing. So
it's a lot of healing.
One way or another, I can give you healing.
Always
see how this works.
Sit down and eat something, I guess.
Oh yeah, we have a meal. Eat food.
The planet is kind of blowing up at the moment.
Well, I mean, like it's constantly blowing up, but like it's not blowing up yet. If that makes sense.
We're good. So yes, you guys
like we can have like a brief respite.
Yeah, it's in between.
Self only.
Meals happen in between scenes, so like they don't take up a bunch of time. You guys can have a quick. It's like Kyle Reese having a quick burger or like rat meat to eat in the tunnels in Terminator before he goes on to like fight in the war or whatever. Like you can have those little moments.
Okay, then yeah, we can just fill our bellies while we're moving
in between scenes. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I've got.
It's been a while. So what happens when we fill our bellies?
Well, let's get there when we get there.
I think we have like a scene going, and then we'll get there.
Okay.
And then we'll break it down for you.
Well, hopefully
We're saying it now. We're gonna fill our bellies, so if we forget and accidentally end the session, we're filling our bellies.
Which is fine. You
But-
can just say you do at the beginning of the
but
session because in between sessions is definitely in between scenes.
Well, we might get really excited after 2 hours of Star Wars talk and preamble, which we do before every podcast. We just don't record it, and then
Right.
Yes,
and then
listeners.
just jump in and be like, "Oh no, we should have filled our bellies."
Spoiler listeners, we have never once started like earlier than 2 hours after we meet up.
It's so
If
good.
we did, we would be recording 2 episodes a week, and it would be fantastic.
Maybe we should start meeting like an hour earlier, and then
I mean, earlier works on Saturday for me because I don't got work, so I can just wake up, roll out
we
of
can
bed.
figure this out when we're not in the middle of
Yeah.
recording.
God damn it,
Okay.
it keeps happening.
I'm
Anyway.
sorry, listener. We're sorry.
I want you guys to get away. That's it. Because we are coming to the wrap up too, so let's do the getaway.
Cool.
All right.
Well, do we need to roll to get away, or we're gone? We're
Yeah.
good?
No, do a getaway in case I can tag you with anything else. I'm trying to peel resources off of you, so I'm going to make you make moves.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah. That's fair.
I'll call. I guess I'll do that role as I was the one looking for everyone and just we all get together.
Yeah,
and
sure. If you
kill
want
that
to.
R2 droid.
Sure.
I mean, the good thing for me
Uh,
is that I can, even if I roll a 7 and I don't get away, I'm still good because I always, even if I fail get away, I'm still good. I can just roll. Hey, I get there without taking damage.
I kid you not. I rolled 2 4s, which is an 8, and with my grace, that makes it a 10. I have been rolling really well today.
That's okay.
Yeah.
No one's questioning the rules.
Can-
it's fantastic. Do
Can
you
you
all
take me with you?
do you all coordinate getting away?
Yes,
Yeah.
we do.
It's great too because I'm still a centipede centaur. So
Oh my god.
while I get away, I can literally one of you guys can just not just one, 2 of you guys can just ride on my back as we're going.
You're a Lancaster.
Oh, wait a second. I don't even. You don't even have to like say you take me with you. I just can say like, "Oh, you're leaving the scene. Cool, I go with you."
You
Yeah.
still have that from Squire? That's
I
great.
do.
That means, okay, so that means
I
that
think.
the centipede body has a bunch of like crash harnesses on it, so you guys can strap yourselves in as like an APC. Lamnar's an armored personnel carrier, and he's also the stealth assassin. You're a
What is he? Some
Lancaster.
Transformer now?
He's like a
Lancer.
Lancaster from
Yeah.
Lancer.
The bus.
It's amazing.
Cut bus.
Okay.
Chugga,
All right,
So yeah,
You guys-
we scuttle out of the scene.
You regroup to a fortified, defensible position, and it straight up. If you've ever seen Rogue One, it looks like the temples from Jedha, with like the giant statues of Jedi that have been shattered, and like stone and machinery everywhere. But like the war, like the war protocols have been activated, so there's actual Beskar plated like security grates and doors that have come down. And it's Beskar. I know there's a billion different Star Wars medals. This one is specifically Beskar. Not because I'm lazy,
Mhm.
because there are Mandos here. And yeah, the shutters are down. There's like energy shields up. And yeah, as soon as you guys roll on up, it turns off and the guns don't shoot at you. And you guys are put inside like the ray shield bubble. And a single Mandalorian walks out. He's wearing like slacks, not wearing armor. He's bald. He has goggles on because he's Riddick. He looks like Vin Diesel. And he just walks out to meet you guys. Took you long enough.
We ran into some trouble on the way down.
Few of the tank-born.
A ship fell on us.
It happens. That's the way.
We showed them the way.
Again,
Again,
Helmet is still on, but you can kind of see Cass side-eyeing the Mandalorian. Like he does not
Action.
respond to the provocation.
is it actually the way?
No
Having
way.
ships fall on you and get into a fight? You bet.
We,
None of the traditionalist Mandalorians respond to that.
we ensured that their service ended in death.
That's what I'm all about. Perfect. You should come on inside. We got to talk about next steps. It's about time we got some reinforcements here. Did you get any of our signals?
We did, right? We picked out a few of the Mandalorian ones amongst all the other stress signals.
You did, but like he is probably talking about you like fulfilling your ancient Mandalorian oaths to do like a crusade when they're in trouble, which you definitely have not done because you didn't get that signal, which is fine. That's an acceptable answer to give. It's not going to
Yeah.
cause a problem.
So yeah, The first notes we received were the ones we got whenever we entered the system.
Then what are you doing
Unless
here
you
in
mean
Jeddah?
those. We're working against an empire that is setting itself up in the Outer Rim.
How's
Not
that
the one
working?
that blew up. That
He looks to the horizon where like the continent is splitting in half and like peeling back like an orange peel on an old orange and goes, and how's that working out for you, cousin?
Kess turns back and looks at where he's looking. He's like, no, not that one, a different one.
Oh, you're talking about the red blades.
Yes.
Fantastic. Must be the will of the Force. Perfect. You guys are right on time. Head inside. We got some plans to deal with.
We
And he
head
gestures to you to head on side into the Jedi Temple. And if you guys are okay with it, we could probably cut there and do like exposition and shit next session. Unless you want to like talk him up about what's going on here and get a solid plan for next session. Which way do you want to go?
Oh,
I'm good with a little bit of talking up what's going on.
sure.
And
Just
then we
trying to get
could,
the lay of the land.
Next episode, if we want to add a little bit more, we can.
Yeah.
All right. So the Mandalorian, whose name is Dom Turop, which is two different Vin Diesel characters. I'm sure you know what one is.
Mm-hmm.
So Turop starts walking you through the temple, and it's a Jedi temple, like for the Jedi. Like it has Mandalorian stuff everywhere, but it's clearly a Jedi temple. And he's like, "So are you with Saw's forces?"
Guerrera?
Yeah, you're with Saw's gang,
No.
right? Independent of independence. Interesting.
Did Bale tell us about Saw? I don't remember if he had
Bale
specifically
has-
mentioned him or not. I feel like he did.
You have,
Oh, yeah,
you
he-
guys know about
he-
Saw Gerrera. Oh, I'll let Jonathan.
Yeah, he was like, hey, Saw Gerrera took all of our forces off of Kashyyyk right after we won. We do not have the forces to maintain or hold on it. We are going to lose it. That's why you guys need to go and handle... you
Other
guys,
shit.
as Kyanite Squadron, need to go stop the spiders and snakes so that we don't have to spend the resources on dealing with that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Saw Gerrera is one of
We,
the key
we know Saw
reasons
Gerrera.
you don't have backup, by the way.
Yeah.
Because he took it.
Yeah, he kind of stole a bunch of people here to Jeddah, basically, to try and track down the Death Star, as per the plot of Rogue One, and he fucked that up good.
Yeah. Then he fucking died. Just
Yeah, he did. Like he died like a couple hours or days back when Rogue One happened and it blew up the Jeddah. When he's like, "Save the dream."
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we
Yes.
thought.
You could have evacuated me, but I decided to just die here.
Wait,
Yeah.
did we have a reaction to the dark
I'm a-
force ghost in the corner?
I'm about to say
This is
he's
a lot.
like, I'm about to say he's gonna be like, "Hey, is that a ghost you got with you?"
Like the centipede. The bigger
Test.
droid.
Tess not looking at the ghost. Yes.
Damn, man, you're hanging out with ghosts? I don't think that's the way.
Hanging out is maybe putting it too strongly.
I don't know. Have you guys shared a meal together ever?
No.
Okay.
Not
I-
not after its demise.
He makes a hand motion like his finger, like his thumb and his index finger almost touching, like this close, cousin, this close.
You can't
got
see
out
it, but you can
Bucky.
feel the eyebrow raise under the helmet.
Is there an issue with Mandalorians and ghosts? I thought like ancestor worship was a big thing.
Yeah, we worship
Depends on
our
the chapter.
we worship our ancestors, but we don't hang out with ghosts. What are you, crazy?
Depends on the chapter.
But like, what about a Mandalorian ghost? Wouldn't that be
We-
your ancestor as well as a ghost?
There's only ever been one Mandalorian ghost, and that was Mandalore the Prophet, and we exorcised him. All right, so that's what you gotta know about Mandalorian ghosts.
Well, it's a good thing it's not a
Doesn't
Mandalorian
Wayfarer's-
ghost.
Doesn't Wayfarer's chapter like believe in Mandalore the Prophet, or am I
They do.
misremembering?
They totally believe in Mandalore the Prophet and what he stood for, and the idea to let the Jedi fall on their own swords because they joined the Republic, which happened, by the way. You are literally standing
No,
in
they
the tomb of Mandalore the Prophet being right.
just Wayfarer is here.
No, Wayfarer gets it. Like, no, that Mandalore the Prophet is a complicated figure in history, and yeah, he did in some apocryphal expanded universe stories come back as a ghost and try to reclaim the entire galaxy for himself. But they don't talk about those stories. They choose to believe in Mandalore the Prophet, the living man, not Mandalore the Prophet, the Holy Spirit, the unholy spirit.
Becoming a ghost does things to you.
Mandalorian culture
man,
is
it sure
complicated.
does.
Mandalorian culture is
It's fine.
extremely complicated.
It's calculated up on its own, and then we also spliced it with Space Marine culture, so it's fine. Don't worry
Say
about
it's
it.
complicated, but there's space orcs.
We haven't gotten to the orcs yet. Just wait.
Don't worry about it.
Wait till I get that Destiny playbook.
Daka.
But yeah, Kess, now that you're here and you can see the heraldry and the iconography and you know a bit about Jedha, Turop is part of the Furians. They're a Mandalorian chapter that's a subsidiary house of the Children of the Way.
Mm-hmm.
Or what was it called? What are they called? They were called like the Children of the Way, the Cult of the Way.
Children of the Watch, I think.
Children
They
of
were
the
like
Watch.
Death Watch foundlings.
Yeah, they're a Death Watch offshoot, and Death Watch itself isn't as defined as Clone Wars was. Like Death Watch was a bigger clan, and the one on Mandalore was like an offshoot of them because that was that one guy's specific army to take back Mandalore. It's so fucking tangled up.
I mean, Kess was like a little bit involved with Death Watch for some of the Clone Wars, so
Yeah, it's complicated. The family trees are all kind of interspliced because of, after the war, they had to kind of trade Mandalorians with gene seeds around and stuff and settle new houses. It's complex.
Mhm.
It's a dynastic household situation tied with the Yakuza clan, tied with Space Marines, tied with Klingons. It's a lot.
there's a lot happening with Mandalorians. It's fine.
Yeah. So Furians are categorized as being tomb raiders, necrophages, and weird hermits that live with Jedi that quit the Jedi Order on Jedha.
Cool.
Yeah. Like, if they lose their shit or their armor, they don't care about it. They'll just go out into space and find, like, a fully stocked Mandalorian ship with a Mandalorian on board who's been entombed inside of it and, like, is resting in his final rest. He'll shake the skeleton out of the suit, throw it out of the airlock, put all that stuff on, and now that's his shit. That's what Furians do. They don't care about putting people to rest. They live in tombs, and that's been internalized into their clan culture. Because Jedha, the world Jedha is a giant mausoleum tomb planet. It's where people go to be buried.
Well, it was.
Well,
I mean, it still is. It's currently still doing that.
We're still burying people there. It's
sounds like it's a nice, kinder egg or whatever that could just crack open and have, an army of undead Mandalorian soldiers.
Please do not. There will be some friction about that.
And maybe Death Watch rises.
Yeah, it'll be
All
a problem if you do it. It won't be a problem if the Furians do it. Like, even the Prophet Mandalorians, like Wayfarer, they're like, no, it's their way, and there's concessions. Like, every Mandalorian chapter has made certain concessions and cultural bargains and oaths and deals that things pay off to other things. Like, the Furians will always show up when the Wayfarers call for them. The Furians will always offer safety and shelter and ships if they have it, blah, blah, blah. It's a whole thing.
Given how kind of shattered Mandalorian culture already is, we are desperately trying to avoid starting more clan wars right now.
Yeah, no one wants to be like the Gammon Borzin addicts and and be total losers. That's another Mandalorian clan that's a Children of the Watch offshoot. They live in the Strait of Messina, where they say back at the end of in the last days of the Clone War, a demon from hell came out of the black hole and tried to end the world. It's a whole thing.
More on that in other episodes of this podcast.
Right?
I can't wait to go there.
Those haven't premiered yet, listeners, so we're as much in the dark as you are.
Right? So yeah, he's guiding you through, and he's just trying to figure out what you're up to, and basically you're part of the Rebel Alliance, right? He can get that from you?
Yeah, we let him know that we're an
hide
independent cell, more or less.
Ah, okay, all right, got it. You're patriots. That makes sense.
Yeah, we dropped the name Kyanite Squadron.
Who?
It sounds really cool when we say it. We're with Kyanite Squadron. I promise it does.
The deep battle droid voice identifies us.
Yeah.
We make a gang sign.
Oh my god, you can't throw gang sign.
No, we don't do gang signs. We're still like edging at PG-13.
Are we?
America's real weird about it. Look,
Yeah.
there's been no hotted boobs, so it's PG-13. But there's been a lot of violence, but that's fine. They love violence.
I'm 90% certain.
We've said like a couple of curse words, but like even with all the violence, None of it is against God, so it's fine.
I don't know. We only get one F-bomb per episode.
Oh my god.
We want to keep the rating.
This is an HBO Max show.
Wait. Have we used our F-bomb yet? We have to use it or else it'll make us G-rated and people
I
will
am
think that we're a kitty
90%
podcast.
certain I've used at least 2 F-bombs every episode. I'm not going to go back and check, but I wouldn't be surprised.
They're gonna make us G-rated. They're gonna put us next to 5 Goes West.
This is going to be on Showtime in the day. It's a shame spell. Anyway, he'll guide you through to kind of like the area they're all gathered in. It's a lot of just people, refugees, scared folk, Mandalorians. No real Jedi. Those were killed. But they're like just planning things out, putting shit together.
Mm-hmm.
So Ahsoka isn't hanging out here, despite being, a Jedi that left the Jedi Order.
So the Jedi of Jedha are different in that. Why don't you just ask him? Why don't you just fucking ask him? Ask him about the Jedi and stuff if you want. He can give you the backstory.
Let us roleplay.
I mean, Cass has no interest in asking about sorcerers right now, so
yeah, bigger fish and all that.
But if the ghost is curious, see if he'll answer.
Oh, they killed the Jedi.
Pardon me?
They're all, pro-Republic and so on and so on.
What?
Yeah.
I didn't catch that last part, sorry.
So this is a Jedi temple, then why are there any Jedi here?
Oh, the Empire rolled on through, killed them all in the Purge. Guy in black armor showed up and killed all the masters, took off a few limbs of some people here, and that was that, No more Jedi. Didn't really matter. It took them long enough to get here. It's not like these ones were even part of the order back on Coruscant.
Huh.
Didn't stop them.
Independence.
Empire showed up, put the boot down, took over, never left. We were running, raids, attacks, what have you, trying to disrupt their supply lines, and then one day, points to the sky. That's it. Game over.
Usually when the Empire lays down their foot, they leave a sky in their wake. What happened here?
I don't know what to tell you. There was an eclipse, and it wasn't a moon that was surrounding Jeddah. The sun was eclipsed by a moon. There was a bright beam of green light, and that was it. It was a couple weeks back. About a week ago, these spider and snakes clone troopers started appearing out of thin air, teleported in out of a cloud of black smoke, and just started taking over.
We need to get...
I look at the others. There were those rumors that the Empire was working on a world killer weapon.
Yeah, Saw Gerrera's windmill. I know that one.
Can you expand on that? Like, do
He
you
was
have any more information?
obsessed.
Do you think
He was obsessed. Came here, tried to strong arm us and the remaining Jedi before the... came here to strong arm us after the Jedi were purged and the Empire showed up to run his own little rebellion. Was saying the Empire was using this place to construct some sort of planet killer. Said that he'd been tracking it since the Clone Wars, and he'd finally found proof, and this would all make it come together. Said that he knew the daughter of the guy building it, and that was his goddaughter. Said a lot of things. He was real crazy by the end there. Paranoia just consumed him. He was not... he was off baseline.
You're not going to hear any arguments from us.
But do you think that they actually did build a super weapon? Like, looking at,
he
Jedha now.
gestures. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Saw had a kernel of truth there.
May have been onto something.
May have been
We're
onto
going to need
something.
to get people off of this planet.
Yeah, we will. Now that you got some of the guns down, we can keep moving ships, but we got a bigger problem. Those reinforcements are coming in, and we got all the people in the camps.
The camps?
Up by the southern province where the crust is all broken up. This red blade, except it was a blue blade, showed up. And he started having his clones and technology round up people and get them to work excavating the crust. They're pulling out kyber crystals. Load them on the transports, taking them out of here.
You say blue blade, about yay tall, brown hair, loud.
Flowing mane of locks.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah.
really handsome.
Yeah, upsettingly handsome, that guy.
Mm-hmm. What does he want with kyber crystals?
Whatever the Empire wanted with them, they were strip mining this planet for them onto Star Destroyers before they left.
Hmm.
We can't let this Skywalker become a Sky... Wait, hang on. We can put together the Skywalker, right? Like, we know
Yeah,
that.
Anakin Skywalker. You guys know he's
Yeah,
Anakin
okay.
Skywalker.
I think he introduced himself to us,
Yeah.
not at the pod race that we definitely didn't know he was at. But
we can't let this Skywalker become a Sky Stealer. The bigger droid says, motioning to the sky as well. We need to take these people from the camps and ensure that this never happens again.
All right, I like your
Not
little war
on
droid
my
there.
watch.
I like your war droid's attitude. So, you guys want to help?
Now.
What do you...
I'm a doctor. Says the obvious war droid with disruptors.
the war droid, which is like meat in it, and other zombie droids following it around.
You can't see the meat, but like it doesn't move like a droid.
The Chronicles of Riddick Vin Diesel Mandalorian is smiling this whole time and is unflapped by any of this because he's too damn cool.
Yeah.
Oh, of course.
No,
of
we
course.
know. It's Vin Diesel. It's
Yeah,
fine.
He's dieseling out here. So I tried to look up his D&D character's name because I want to name this guy after his D&D character because that's the obvious move to make in a game where you're going to have Vin Diesel show up. But he named his fucking Drizzt ripoff Melkor after Sauron's boss. And I'm like, you're killing me, Vinny. I can't call the Mandalorian Melkor.
Is that like from there's a witch hunter game or
No, it's
witch
from
hunter
his
movie
D&D game.
based off his character, D&D character?
Yeah, he played D&D or plays D&D. I don't know.
Yeah,
if
I know he
still
does. But he also had one movie based on one of his characters, which is like the
He has
last
had
witch hunter or something like that.
several movies. In fact, the name I gave this guy, Turop, is a reference to one of those movies. He was in a movie called Babylon AD as a mercenary called Turop, and at the end he gets cyberware put on and has to fight like the Shadowrun corporations and becomes a super cyborg soldier and has to save a woman with and has to save a little girl with a super brain that was clone bred from evil corporate interests that want to exploit her. It's like a Shadowrun movie that nobody saw in 2008. Like, it's so Shadowrun it hurts. I saw it in theaters. He pulls out a map at one point, and the map is nothing but smart screen TV that can roll out like cellophane and has a touch display on it. Yeah,
like I'm into it. Like that's everything that you're saying. I'm like, I recognize that listeners are like, oh man, are they going to start burning Vin Diesel? And like, no, he's fine.
No,
if you listen to the podcast, hey, Mr. Diesel.
Oh my god, can you imagine?
Mr. Diesel.
Yeah, he's just like, well, these guys are actually pretty good. I actually can't really do a very good impression of Vin Diesel. It always comes off as like me make. Yeah, exactly. Like any impression I try to do of Vin Diesel just sounds like me being mean about Sylvester Stallone. I'm like, I don't like to pull it out very often.
All right, then this Jonathan guy sounds like he's taking a shot at my voice. I'm gonna fly on down and beat him up. And it's like, oh shit!
He could definitely do that.
Take his ass.
One, I would absolutely fold. Two, how many people could say that they got beat up by Vin Diesel? Like, that would be a great story. Just I mean,
like, there's a famous wrestler called the Great Khaled or whatever, and he's like a giant, huge professional huge man who had commercials specifically made about him being too big and it being sad. And if I saw him and had a chance to, I would definitely try to get into a fight with him to have him break me in half.
So you could tell people that, yeah, I got baned by this guy.
Yeah, this guy baned me. He crumpled me up and threw me away like I was a gun made of paper mache.
Yeah, like if Vin Diesel
highlight of your life.
If Vin Diesel beat me up, it would not emasculate me at all because I'd be like, no, like why would I lose points on this? It's like a chess grandmaster sat down with a child and was like, "And checkmate, child," and they were like, "Oh well, all right." I mean, I lose no points and you gain no points.
I don't think this has anything to do with attraction either. This is simply that impulse we have when you see a Wikipedia article that says you can help this list by expanding it. People this world has absolutely owned.
I love it.
It's very.
Okay. I'm gonna have a birthday party where we just watch Fast and the Furious movies, but like starting after Tokyo Drift. Nothing against Tokyo Drift either. It's just I've seen that and I haven't seen the rest of them.
You should watch them in chronological order, where Tokyo Drift is technically the last one.
Oh, is it?
Yeah,
Wow.
Tokyo
Let's do it.
Drift.
No,
okay.
no, not anymore. Tokyo Drift. They have the latest one comes after.
All right, I'll
Okay,
check
so-
out the Wikipedia on it.
Just to give you the short
So-
cliff notes, Tokyo Drift was a spin-off movie and was the third movie ever released. And there are 11 movies, and only recently have they chronologically caught up with Tokyo Drift, even though they've been going on for 10 years. And Tokyo Drift was like 2002 when they were stealing DVD players. So them going to space, fighting Godzilla, killing the Terminator, fighting RoboCop, stealing smartphones, going into the stealing a bunch of crypto coins when they did the Wreck-It Ralph movie. All of that took place before 2002 when Han died. All of it.
See, I don't know anything about any of the movies, so I just assume that everything you're saying is true at face value. Like, actual RoboCop is there, and like the character, like they do the thing in Star Trek where like somebody pours Captain Kirk a coffee.
You have to realize it's true only in the most stretched out light imaginable.
No.
Everything else is a lie.
I mean, you'll watch them and you'll tell me what was true. You tell us.
Yeah, it'll be
what was
great.
real. Anyway, so Riddick keeps walking you through and being like, "Yeah, you guys gonna help us free these people?"
Yes. Sorry.
You got any other
Yes.
questions for him?
Kind of like what is the Blue Blade? What does this Blue Blade? Oh, sorry. What does the Blue Blade have as far as support? Just his troopers.
A bunch of clone troopers, bunch of soldiers, bunch of mechs, bunch of equipment. He's just hauling in mothballed Clone Wars equipment and just dropping it in here.
Oh, that sounds perfect. says
Do we
the model.
Awesome. That sounds like not updated security suites.
Do we know how many of the red or blue blades there are, or is it just the
You
just
guys
Anakin?
know it's Anakin, and there are no other
Yeah, I know.
Jedi they've seen because no one else uses a lightsaber.
Okay.
It's fair.
Though he has seen a woman with a droid brain processor hanging around. Which, for you guys, you know that's Tora. You've met Tora. You've hung out
Yeah,
with
so
her.
we met her.
All right. I do want to mark. Hey guys, we should definitely mark bonds with this guy.
Yeah. Dom
We
Turov.
should make bonds with him.
Of the Furians. He's a Scald.
Okay.
One of his stats is you never turn your back on your clan, even when they turn their back on you.
There it is.
Or you never turn your back on the way, even when the way turns its back on you. There it is. That's the one.
Yeah.
That's the one.
That's definitely one of his
If
stats.
life gives you lemon, if life gives you lemons, kill your enemies for their sugar and water.
His second stat is perpetual winner of Who's the Better Killer. It's a Chronicles of Riddick reference.
Yeah.
I'm taking the.
I've only seen like two of those movies. Maybe I think
They're
actually
real,
only
they're
one.
real okay. They're aggressively okay.
Yeah,
Taking-
basically. That was my impression.
See, you
taking
should
the
play
bond.
the video game.
I'm sorry, what were you saying?
Commiseration under a shattered sky is my bond.
Good bond.
Hmm.
All right. If you need no more conversation about what to do next with Riddick or anything about the situation or like anything kind of roleplay you want, we can start to end it.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
okay with that.
fine.
Hey, buddy.
All right. You guys all have a drink. Like he serves up drinks, by the way. Like there's like, I don't know what they have. Spice wine, blue milk, spice wine and blue milk, and orange fizz drink. It's like, yeah, we found a few kegs in the basement. The Jedi were holding out on us. A few casks of
Oh,
their
wow,
finest
I-
orange fizz drink.
I look at the orange fizz drink after we left the planet, which had nothing but orange fizz drink, and just
No.
how
It's,
far off look at my eyes. I just glaze over.
the
Let go of the
U-93 is
ghost.
excited because like their compartment can take orange fizz drink.
Ah.
Binge,
All right.
binge.
That
You
was fun,
guys
yeah,
drink,
thanks.
you guys get ready, you guys have a meal and all that stuff, and we'll end it there. So I was Devin.
This was Adam.
This is Jack.
This is Jonathan.
And Peter.
And this is sponsored by Nobody. Signing off.